In a fair and ideal world, no child should ever see the inside of a hospital while growing up. Instead, they should be out playing and exploring to learn more about the world, in a safe environment, as all children should have. Unfortunately for 8-year-old Jackson McKee, the reality is far from that. He spent much of his growing life so far in and out of the hospital. When he was still a baby, Jackson was diagnosed with a cyst on his brain, a condition known as hydrocephalus, a gathering of cerebrospinal liquid inside the brain. Since then, he has spent a lot of his time doing tests, getting treatments, and having consultations. As a youngster, he had been in the hospital a lot more times than any other kid his age should be. Instead of seesaws and monkey bars, he had hospital beds and CAT scans as his playground. While growing up, despite his difficult situation, Jackson always had a smile on his face. More than that, he's got an indestructible support system behind him to be with him every step of the way. His companions on his journey have always stayed the same: his mom, dad, and his teddy bear, Little Baby. To complete the golden trifecta, Jackson's been blessed with an amazing team of doctors as well. One of them, Daniel McNeely, has been fighting his corner ever since he came into the world. One fateful day, Jackson was scheduled for a surgery to treat his condition. The family got a bit used to this kind of environment, and therefore they felt quite confident that the operation would be successful. However, this time young Jackson had an unusual request to his doctor, Daniel, before he would be put into a medically induced sleep for the surgery. Daniel simply couldn't refuse the boy that he's helped for 8 years. So without even asking Jackson's parents, he did something that no one would find in any surgeon's field manual. Dr. McNeely asked nurses to prepare a small operating table. He first operated on Jackson, but when he had finished, he decided there was still a little work to do. After a few minutes, he was done, and he asked the nurse to call Jackson's family. When they arrived, they were shocked with what they saw. They saw that Little Baby had been stitched and patched up too. At first, they were confused, but everything made sense eventually. Dr. McNeely explained that before being put to sleep, Jackson had asked if Daniel could operate on his teddy bear, Little Baby, as well. The thoughtful doctor didn't hesitate for a second in accepting the task. Jackson's father, meanwhile, had nothing but good things to say about his son's kind doctor. "He's one of the kindest people I've ever met," Daniel's dad Rick told a local news outlet. To them, he was like family as well. 8 years of a journey made them more than just patients to Dr. McNeely. The kind doctor thought it might make a few people smile, including his patient Jackson himself. He added that it was the only intention I had in stitching up the little teddy bear. In fact, his kind gesture was posted on social media and had spread like wildfire, with several praises from the public to the doctor. He felt happy that others were enjoying what he did. It proves he's not just an incredible neurosurgeon, but also an amazing person to boot. When Jackson awoke from surgery, he was delighted to see Little Baby had been patched up the same as him. Dr. Daniel's surgery on Little Baby was the first he'd done on a teddy bear, but something tells me it's not likely to be his last. This doctor didn't only save Jackson's life, but also his faith and happiness in this world. What he's gone through is not easy, especially at his age, and Dr. McNeely is well aware of that, so he went above and beyond his duties to fulfill the request of this brave young boy.